Okay. We are looking here first. The camp you see down here. This is United Nation camp. Okay, the camp down here. This is United Nation camp. To the left side, you see an old city, which actually already the old city has already destroyed. Yeah, the old city has already destroyed. This is the old Syrian city of Quneitra. Yeah, it's called Quneitra. This is the old city of Quneitra. So we have already two things here. We already saw the United Nations camp, and we have the old city of Quneitra. Behind, you can see a new city. That's the new city of Quneitra. It's called, that's the Syrian name of this city is Quneitra. And behind the old one, which already destroyed, you can see the new one behind. Okay, now, 1967, Six-Day War, Israel conquered all the Golan Heights, including this area, including the old city of Quneitra. 1973, Israel and Syria had another war known as Day of Atonement War on October 1973. On April 1974, Israel and Syria reached a ceasefire agreement, and we exchanged prisoners of war. And the main Syrian demand that Israel withdraw from this city called Quneitra, because that was a main symbol for the Syrian loss. Israel very much concerned to remain with a line of the volcanic hills, which is all overlooking toward Damascus. Yeah, you can see behind us as an example, this was an old volcanic hill. You can see all the military position. So what Israel concerned is to remain with this line of military position. So we agreed in 1974 of creating here a little zone, which is DMZ zone, is managed by United Nations. And that United Nations camp you see here is a very narrow zone managed by United Nations between Israel and Syria. It's kind of a little buffer zone. And every half a year we have to re-sign Israel and Syria. Since 1974 it was no shooting over the Golan Heights, but there is lots of tension because the Syrians still claim to have the Golan Heights back. Yeah, the Syrians still claim to have the Golan Heights back, and this is a potential for war to erupt over this issue. And the minute a war erupts here, is the whole world into it. It's like so many different interests involved in it. It will pump, in lots of different states. So it's still a potential because strategically, Golan Heights is very important. It's all overlooking the northern part of Israel. As long as Israel and America are not convinced that Syria strategically changed, cannot make any concession over the Golan Heights. Strategically changes mean that the Syrian won't support Hezbollah, for instance, and another headquarter, another terrorist headquarter, all headquarter located in Damascus. As long as Syria strategically has not changed, they cannot make any concession. So the situation since 74 is like United Nations zone. You can see the fence. You can see over there on the left side, you can see part of the fence. Way to the left, yeah, you can see part of the fence. The border make a little meandering a little bit around here. For instance, those wind power over there is in Israel, but you see the village behind with one mosque like in the middle. This is already Syria, and Syria has some position. You can see again the fence, by the way, if you have good eyes. You can see after the village to the right side, you can see again the fence. up on a hill. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve, do you see it? Okay, you see the village with a mosque in the middle? Is in Syria. You go to the right side and then you have some military position, and then to the right side again you see the fence like in the middle of the hill.
Right.
Okay? Because the border a little bit meandering over there. Okay, so we are just about 50 miles away from Syria. And once again it's quiet. But Syria made lots of problems for us on Lebanese border. And also here is a potential for war to erupt, and that's take all the world into it. There's so many interests involved.
Boss, what is this down here?
That used to be in the past an anti-tank trenches, and now they make here some because of the water. Some they will dam the water over here in the
Funny if it started turning towards us.
It's hot here.
We're behind them.
This is the side which is cut straight, that's leading to the main town here.